Hey there, avid listeners. Thanks again for tuning into Sin's Workshop. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Alright, so today we're going to be talking about Grace and Glory by Jennifer L. Armentrout. This is the third and final book in her Harbinger trilogy. Brings to a conclusion the tale of Trinity and Zane, which is amazing. But really, one of the things I love best about this series is how it follows Gargoyles. Honestly, I'm a huge fan of the Gargoyles TV show. Love it so much. But I think it's really interesting to see Gargoyles interpreted in media in a whole nother way. So here we have gargoyles, we have angels, we've got demons, we've got witches, we've got trueborns, trueborns are what Trinity is, by the way, half angels, half human. And then you have also ghost. And I think it's great. I love this book. I really do. I think it was such a great way to close up her series. And I think one of the best points about the story isn't just the fact that it does revolve around this mythology that Armentrout is creating for her gargoyles. You know, it's something new, it's something unique, it's something that I haven't really seen before, and I'm really impressed by that, by her imagination and her gift at storytelling to do this. So I also love that fact that her main character, Trinity, and I've said this before in previous reviews, she is a strong, formidable character, but she does have a disability. She does suffer from retinitis pigmentosa. I think that is incredible, honestly. I like seeing characters with disabilities be showcased in such strength and versatility, because I do think that that's something that's missing in media. So whenever authors do this, you know, when they have characters that have limps or were born with a disease like retinitis pigmentosa, or are autistic, or have learning disabilities such as dyslexia, I think it's really great that authors are just being like, yes, they have this. No, it doesn't define them. Because it doesn't. I think we're all defined by our strength of character and who we are. And I really applaud Armentrout, because that's exactly what she does with this series. You have Trinity, and everyone around her has been defining her by her disease rather than by the strength of her character, except for Zane. And I think that's why their romance works very well, because he's just like, yeah, you have this, so what? Which is what she's been trying to tell people all, her life. Like, it doesn't define me, it doesn't define me, it doesn't define me, and yet people are forcing it to define her, and she's kind of sick of it. So I do think that it's great that we're finally seeing a character like her shine in such a beautiful and unique way. I think it's really formidable. I think it's really strong characterization. And again, it makes the romance work, because a lot of time, and this is why I generally don't read romance, the relationships become very codependent. Very codependent. Whereas here, Zane and Trinity, they balance each other very well. They respect one another. They go to the lengths to show that they support one another, and they accentuate each other's strengths. They fight side by side. They balance each other out perfectly. And that's what I do like. He's more level-headed. She's more of a hothead. It works. It really, really works for their romance and making it believable and grounding it in reality. And that's why I think Armentrout is really good with her storytelling, because she focuses a lot on who these characters are, on their strengths, their flaws, their personality, and then she goes from there to tie them together if she's going to form a romance. And that's why the romance works. It's why the characterization works. It's why the momentum of the story never ceases. It's high tension, high momentum. It's going bang, 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 bang from beginning to end. And that's good. That is good storytelling. And that's what I liked. That is exactly what I liked about this story. And that's what I loved about the whole series in general. Now, as for the story, we have more characters. Yeah, you've got Lucifer now, who, by the way, is obsessed with supernatural. He's great. He is so funny, and I love that she put him in the story. And it worked. It certainly did work out real well. For the sorry, my cat's chasing something and I don't know what it is. Hopefully it's just a fly, lizard. I live in Florida, so you never know. But it worked so well because he was like this comedic relief that I didn't know I needed for the story to balance out that tension. I mean, he introduces himself with, oh my God, with music. I think it's Highway to Hell. And I'm just like, this is hilarious. But he's also really scary. So definitely don't want to mess with him. He is still Lucifer. So, I really, really enjoyed the conclusion to the series. I think it was top notch. I think it was so worth the read. And I'm just in shock and awe by how good it was. I loved it. 100% loved it. So this was Grace and Glory by Jennifer L. Armentrout. I'm going to have to go ahead and give her book 4.5 out of 5 stars. Not quite 5 as much as I loved it. I do like to reserve my 5s for books that are completely 100% blow me away. But still super good. Super amazing. Loved it. Please remember to support your local bookseller when purchasing this book. Just because you don't think there's a bookstore near you doesn't mean there isn't one. You can go on bookshop.org and indiebound.org and they will list independently owned bookstores near you if you want to support an independently owned one. And just because a Barnes & Noble and Books A Million may not be near you either, they do ship across the country. So please support your booksellers, support your bookstores. All I ask is that I know we're all kind of addicted, myself included, to purchasing off of Amazon. It's convenient. It does occasionally help us save money, but sometimes you just have to put things in perspective. And for me, it's just like, well, I would rather spend a little bit more and make sure that bookstores, small or large, get the support that they need, rather than a warehouse that Amazon, barely staffs or overworks. So I'd rather give my business to a bookstore when it comes to booksellers, and I'm trying really hard to shop small businesses more often now, and I think we should all kind of do that. But that's my 2 cents. I just ask, when it comes to book, support your booksellers, please. And on that note, hope you all will continue to support me here by liking this podcast and subscribing to it. Please don't forget to share it with all your book-loving friends. You can also become a supporter on Anchor FM, my recording platform, for only 99 cents a month. There's information on that in the description of the podcast. Hope you all have a great rest of your day. And as always, happy reading.